What if the universe is not what we were told? What if the galaxies we see shimmering across billions of light-years shouldn't even exist yet? The James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most powerful eye on the cosmos, has returned evidence that does not fit within the framework of modern physics. According to everything we've been taught, galaxies should have taken billions of years to grow, to form, to evolve into the massive spirals we know today. But Webb has seen something else. Galaxies so large, so complex, and so ancient that their very existence shatters the foundations of the Big Bang model itself. Carl Sagan once said, when confronted with an observation that contradicts theory, you either change the theory or ignore the fact. But what happens when the fact is so undeniable that it shakes the very laws we thought governed reality? Tonight, we unravel the shocking discoveries that the James Webb Telescope has made, galaxies too old for their age, planets that defy chemistry, and the terrifying possibility that time itself may not flow the way we believe. When James Webb launched in December 2021, astronomers hailed it as a time machine, a telescope so powerful that it could peer back to the dawn of the universe. With its 6.5-meter golden mirror and extraordinary infrared sensitivity, Webb was designed to see through the cosmic dust that hides the first light of creation. Scientists expected to find primitive, chaotic clumps of matter, young galaxies just beginning to take shape. Instead, Webb revealed something that should not exist: massive, well-structured galaxies appearing just 200 to 400 million years after the supposed birth of the cosmos. These weren't cosmic infants. They were ancient giants, fully developed, heavy with stars and dust, complex beyond all predictions. Imagine looking at a newborn baby and finding wrinkles, gray hair, and a lifetime of memories already written across its face. That's what Webb showed us, galaxies that should still be in their infancy, yet looked like veterans of the universe. This wasn't a small anomaly. It was the first tremor of a cosmic earthquake, one that continues to shake the pillars of modern physics. If the Big Bang model is correct, galaxies should not have had enough time to grow so fast. They shouldn't have built stars, dust, and organized structures this early. Yet, Webb shows us enormous spirals, vast elliptical galaxies, even protoclusters emerging almost immediately after creation. Astronomers scrambled for answers. Theories of accelerated star formation, exotic dark matter, or cosmic inflation behaving differently than expected. But the math doesn't fit. It's as if the universe pressed fast forward, skipping the slow evolution we were taught to expect. And it wasn't only galaxies. Webb's gaze turned toward distant worlds, and what it saw was equally impossible. On WASP-39b, Webb detected sulfur dioxide formed through chemical reactions no previous model had predicted. On K218b, it found haze, water vapor, and hints of organic molecules that challenge everything we know about planetary formation. Each discovery, instead of confirming our models, tore another hole in our understanding. Quietly, behind conference doors, scientists began whispering the unthinkable. Perhaps the laws of physics themselves only describe a fraction of reality. Perhaps the universe is running on principles we haven't even begun to comprehend. But the most disturbing revelation may not be about galaxies or planets at all. It may be about time itself. Every image Webb captures is a look backward, a window into a universe billions of years in the past. Yet many of these galaxies appear too evolved, too mature for their cosmic age. Could time itself be bending, stretching, or folding in ways beyond our grasp? Einstein once warned that the distinction between past, present, and future is only an illusion, however persistent. Webb may now be proving him right. Some cosmologists believe that the early universe was not a smooth linear timeline, but a tangled web where moments overlapped, where the past and future bled into one another. If that's true, Webb might not be photographing the past at all. It could be glimpsing the architecture of time itself, flickering like frames in a cosmic film, showing us multiple realities at once. If so, then the universe isn't just stranger than we imagine. It's stranger than we can imagine. These discoveries have forced scientists to explore radical possibilities. Some propose a cyclic universe, one that collapses and is reborn endlessly, each cosmic rebirth leaving faint traces that Webb's instruments now detect. Others turn to the multiverse, suggesting that what Webb sees are faint scars where our universe brushes against others, like ripples colliding on a cosmic pond. And then there are those who whisper the most unsettling idea of all, that the universe itself may be a simulation, a construct of unimaginable intelligence. That what Webb is revealing are the coding errors, the seams and artifacts of an underlying design. None of these theories can yet be proven, but all share a single truth: the safe boundaries of physics are no longer safe. Webb was built to answer our oldest questions. Instead, it has opened doors we may not be ready to walk through. As Webb's revelations spread, unease grew across the scientific world. Theories once considered sacred, the Big Bang, the steady expansion of space, the predictable growth of galaxies, suddenly looked fragile. Peer-reviewed journals that once spoke with certainty now filled their pages with cautious speculation. Researchers who once refined equations now questioned whether those equations describe reality at all. Some tried to salvage the old model, suggesting perhaps the early universe was denser, hotter, or structured differently. Others invoked new physics, unseen particles, hidden dimensions, or forms of dark matter that defy known behavior. But every fix only deepened the mystery. Every answer uncovered new contradictions. The deeper Webb looked, the more the cracks spread, not just through cosmology, but through our understanding of reality itself. Beyond galaxies and exoplanets, Webb found strange voids, darker than they should be, as if light itself were being swallowed by invisible structures. It revealed filaments of matter stretching farther than gravity should allow, connecting galaxies across impossible distances, as though an unseen force were weaving the universe with threads of light. These discoveries hint at forces beyond gravity, beyond dark matter, forces that suggest space itself is alive with unseen dynamics. To some, this is exhilarating, proof that the universe still holds unimaginable secrets. To others, it is terrifying. If the rules of physics can break, then so can everything built upon them: our technology, our understanding, even our sense of existence. In academic corridors and midnight labs, the whispers grew louder. What if Webb's images are not errors to be corrected, but truths to be accepted? What if we are witnessing the collapse of the standard model of cosmology? Just as Newton's laws once gave way to Einstein's relativity, and relativity wrestled with quantum mechanics, perhaps physics itself is about to face its next great revolution. But revolutions are never gentle. They begin in confusion, denial, and fear. And Webb's discoveries are not abstract numbers, they are images, undeniable and luminous. They stare back at us, demanding that we rethink the very framework of existence. For the first time in human history, we may be confronting a universe that refuses to follow its own rules. If time flows differently, if galaxies evolve impossibly fast, if planets form in violation of chemistry, then what does that say about us? About life, about meaning, about the boundaries between illusion and truth? Perhaps life itself is more ancient, more widespread, more intertwined with the cosmos than we ever dared imagine. Perhaps reality is not a steady structure of laws, but a living fabric, shifting and reshaping as we observe it. Standing at this threshold, humanity finds itself humbled. We built Webb to look back in time. But perhaps, without realizing it, we have built a mirror, one that reflects not the past, but our own limited understanding. The golden mirror stares into the abyss. And for the first time, the abyss stares back. The James Webb Space Telescope was meant to confirm our place in the cosmos, to complete a puzzle we believed was nearly solved. Instead, it has scattered the pieces into patterns we no longer recognize, galaxies too massive to exist, planets with impossible chemistry, and voids that stretch the limits of comprehension. All of it points toward one profound truth: the universe is not bound by our rules. It never was. Physics, once our most solid foundation, has become a question mark, and through those cracks in our understanding, something stranger is beginning to shine through. Some will call this the birth of a new age of discovery. Others will call it the death of certainty. But one thing is undeniable. Webb has not just looked into the past, it has looked into the limits of reality itself. And as those limits dissolve, we are left with the most unsettling realization of all: the universe was never broken. It is we who are, trapped within the smallness of our understanding, standing before